Hello, I'm Master Roxas, and welcome to part 3 of the Advanced Any% Speedrun Guide and Tutorial for routing Sonic Frontiers Any%. Welcome to the hardest island in the game, Chaos. Aptly named, it is chaotic, as expected. There is a lot going on in this island, and I will try to explain it. You do need to make sure you have about this much XP when you come to this island, or you're going to be in trouble, because XP routing is extremely tight. You should also have 11 purple coins, and you're going to be getting about another 30 or so from this island. Purple coin routing is highly subjective. You can get the ones you prefer if you don't like the ones that I show. I'm just going to show the ones that I like to get. As a reminder, you need 80. So, right off the bat in Chaos, we have a lot of routing to do with XP and movement. So, without further ado, you're going to start off the island by running straight to the right and getting this dig spot right here. Then you're going to get up on top of this thing right here to do a free trick launch to the top of this tower. At the top of this tower, you're going to get this gear. And then you're actually going to come over here and you're going to trick launch this way. Down to here. See this platform? Barrels for XP. Both of them. From here, you're going to go over this way. To this platform right here. You're going to jump onto it and get XP. After you get all that XP, you're going to warp back to Ares. Because if you remember, in the Ares guide, we had an emerald guy steal our emerald. So then we're going to go back and get it now. So you're going to spawn in and boost onto this railing, pop them, get our emerald back, and boost away to get away from the enemy so you can actually open up the map. Then you're going to go back to Chaos. When you get back to Chaos, this time we're going to go down left. And you're going to go to where this little area is, and you're going to break this box right here. This box right here to get XP. Going to come up here and get this dig for a key. And then you're going to go get this dig for tokens. And then you're going to just make your way with better movement than that, hopefully, to the dig to the next 2 digs, and then 3-1. And then we're going to go into Green Forest. The same disclaimer I gave in the other videos. I am not super good at cyberspace. This is not a guide on how to do cyberspace well. This is something that I recommend you strongly practice on your own and look up other ILs and other runners' ways of doing it. So I apologize in advance if I bomb this heavily. And I actually did it well because it's not in a run. Figures. But anyway, that's Green Forest. So after Green Forest, you're going to want to get on top of this chair, and you're actually going to trick launch this way. And you're going to go up here to this railing. Do not jump on the spring. And you're going to use this rail to get up on the roof, because there's a lot of XP up there. XP in all these barrels. You want to get all the XP. Don't miss any of it. Get these get those purple coins right there. Get this memory token here. Get the XP from this. Don't think this one has XP. Nope. And then get the That one's not XP either, my bad. Okay, and then get these purple coins, get down here, trick launch down here, and get XP from this box right here. And then you're going to come down here to get the dig before Tails. And then you're going to do the first cutscene of Tails, but you're not going to free Tails. Do not free Tails, because we are going to use him to get tech storage, and I'll explain that in a minute. After that, you're going to go kill Ninja. We're going to go kill Shinobi. Okay. He hit me at the last frame, my bad. I'm going to get back to full rings because I'm going to assume that you don't mess up and show what you would do next. Alright, that's going to get me back to full. Alright, so then what you're going to do is you're going to come up over here, but you're still not going to free Tails. You're going to come up to here. And this is where we're going to do the next part of the next trick. Here, we're going to get tech storage again using the ring power charge cutscene. The same thing that we did to get Wyvern Escape Skip or for the tech storage on that text, You Are the Key text. We're going to do that again. And by doing so, it's going to let us skip the shield escape skip first cutscene, which will save even more time. So in order to do that, we're going to have to take damage, which you could take damage from. If you did take damage from Ninja, then don't go back to full rings and just take advantage of that. If you have full rings, then you're going to do it like this, and I'm going to show what you do specifically and try to explain it as best I can when I get up to it. Okay, so basically for this part right here, what you're going to do is you're going to be right before you're at max rings. You're going to side loop a ring and then immediately hit Tails to free him. And you have to immediately pause the cutscene as fast as possible. Pause, skip the cutscene, mash pause again to skip the second cutscene. If you don't do that, the rings will get sucked into you and it'll ruin this. And then you have to watch the cutscene. If you want to get this to save time, you have to have the rings come into you after, and then you'll know if you got it or not. And then it's pretty easy once you get it. Then following that, immediately after you get the cutscene skip, you have to kill yourself immediately, which I'll show, to start Cess in order to do shield escape skip. I will link a tutorial for shield escape skip, or at least the explanation for it, sort of, in the description below. And if I find any other ones, I'll put other ones down there too. This trick sucks. You have to practice it a lot. There's not exactly a precise setup. It's just something that you have to kind of understand it yourself. And I really wish I could be more helpful from that. The trick's just awful, but you can practice it and get it decently consistent. So anyway, what you're going to want to do is hit the spring, boost into those spikes to hurt yourself. Go to Tails, and if you get a bunch of 10 rings, talk to Tail immediately. Otherwise, you're going to side loop twice, or more if you get items. So I got items, so that's not enough. That's not going to be enough either. So now my next one's going to give it to me if I don't get an item, right? So I'm going to do side loop again, and if it's anything that's not an item, I'm going to mash square to talk to Tails. So mash square, pause, hold skip, pause. Now you heard the ring sound start to start when I get out of this. That means you know it's going to work. So boom, I did get it. So now I have tech storage again. So then basically it doesn't really matter where you die. You can just turn around and run off the cliff without jumping. And then basically right as you hit the kill plan, you can hear Sonic scream. You can press any button to cancel the text. And as long as you do it at the right time, you'll die. But it'll also load the cutscene and you'll go right into Cess. Like that. And welcome to Cess, everybody. So here in Cess, as I said, I will link in the description a tutorial for Cess the best I can. But the main thing that you want to do in this is that you're gonna want to kill yourself immediately, because the squid's not there. If you get the cutscene skip. Now that I got the cutscene skip, the squid's back. We can do Cess. Alright, so then the best way that I do Cess, and the only thing I can say besides practicing it, is pretty much you hold up right when you get control of Sonic, and you can see the squid after you killed yourself, as I said earlier. And as soon as you get down the little slope, stop moving, let go of the stick, and then hold about halfway right until you see Sonic get to the slope and jitter, and that's what you want to boost, and then you'll either get the right angle or you won't. You get about 5 tries or so at this before you probably have to reset the run before you're losing too much time, give or take. And then the second you do notice that you get the launch, you need to hold forward, up, and boost to get over the arch. You got to do it quickly, because otherwise you'll get killed by the shield, and it's very, very sad. So I'll just give this my best shot, and then explain what to do from there. There we go. Stomp on the squid, get off the squid, run up here to where the blue emerald is. Stomp, there's XP right there. You stomp and get the XP right there. Get that purple coin. Get that purple coin. Get 3 purple coins right here. Get a dig that's right here. Break a box that's right here to get XP. And then then you're going to want to come right here. And you see the white crack and black crack. You're going to want to walk up about right here to the left of the crack to about right here. And then boost up right at the angle of that black crack to make it to the island. Like that. When you get to here, then you can boost. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to stay up left and not trigger the cutscene. And you're going to come over here to get this XP right here. And then you're going to come back over here, and we're going to try to do what's known as Cess ending cutscene skip. So you see this big white patch right there? You see this there's a little circle right here that you can find. You want to find this little circle right here, about right here, put Sonic's right shoe on it, and you can kind of see the little gap in the cliff, the little top point right there, and right where the Coco is. You want to kind of run in between the point on that cliff and where the Coco is. And if you look up on your camera, you want to actually aim Sonic about in between these 2 pillars, about right there. You don't want to boost. You just want to hold straight forward. If you do it right, you're going to die. And you hit the cutscene trigger at the same time. And that's how you skip the ending cutscene of Cess. And if you do that right, your frames will get screwed up again. And you will be spawned over here on this island to go to 3-5 next. Very important, because that skips both cutscenes of Cess, which saves a lot of time. So you don't actually need it, but here's the thing. If you're on 60, you don't need to fix your frames here. Going into cyberspace will fix it for you. So just deal with 30 for a little bit. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come up here to get this box that's now loaded, to get this XP. And then you're going to want to go ahead and run up straight up to 3-5. And we're going to go in and do 3-5. Alright, so after 3-5, you should have about 83 XP, but this is where the one backup box exists if you missed any XP. Unfortunately, the XP box is very tight, so if you're missing more than that, then you might be in trouble. There is a backup XP. You can see it right there. That box right there where I'm looking, that has XP in it. But if you're doing the route exactly, you'll be at 83 right now, and you won't need that XP. So that means you can do the faster way of getting to tails, which is you come down here, and you get to see that little platform with the spring on it. You can trick launch off that and actually make it all the way to tails. So you're going to jump, boost, jump, and then hold left. Boost, jump, and I recommend getting this. Very important, you want to get this and the XP before talking to Tails. Because Tails gives you an autosave. Because if you mess up this next part, you're going to have to autosave. Also, I messed up too, so I do want to clarify one thing also. Before talking to Tails, buy Spin Slash. That's my bad. You want to get the key, get the XP, and then buy Spin Slash before talking to Tails, so that way the autosave gets set with you already having the skill unlocked. I messed up in the tutorial. You don't need to mess up in your runs. So then you're going to buy your skills, do the same thing as before, cancel. You want to press start to cancel so you don't get the tutorial. And then from here, we're going to go over here to get this dig. And the fun begins as we get to start hit and running. So I will then pause to explain the trick. Alright, so hit and run is a technique in this game that functions very similarly to how mag dashing and HSP works, which is the fact of we're using boost to cancel something that gives you a lot of speed, and for hit and run's case, it's an extremely absurd amount of speed. This was found by Krody, and it uses Spin Slash, which is pressing jump during a combo. There's a lot of ways to trigger this. The easiest ways are double jump, then dodge sideways in the air, targeting an enemy, and then using dodge, then pressing X to be considered in combat. If the enemy's near the ground and you're having issues with that, you can always drop dash, and if you hold drop dash, it'll auto Spin Slash 100% of the time. The trick to this is you gotta hold your angle the way you want to go, and then the frame that you hit the enemy, you gotta press boost. And if you do that right, you go flying. I'm not going to explain all the details of hit and run. I'm just going to explain the routing. That's the basics. Linked in this, also in this description, I'm going to link tutorials on hit and run. The main one made by Gordon himself. And if any other ones get made that are very useful, I will link them there before, because I am terrible at explaining things. I'm just going to try to explain where to go. Basically, though, what you want to do is, you see these spinny boys? These are the enemies that you do hit and run off of. And also, you want to make sure Squid's not there, otherwise you will be sad as he takes away your hit and run. So you want to be, when you do the hit and run, you want to angle towards Red Emerald, because we're going straight to the Red Emerald beam. So without further ado, let's see how long it takes me to get this. For me, I actually like to target the enemy. And if you hit an enemy twice, go to the other enemy, and if you've hit each of them twice, kill yourself, and then or run away to reset their health. So if you can either kill yourself or run far enough away to despawn them, and if you do that, they'll go back to full health, because you don't want them to die. And there you go. You want to react with your camera facing, so that way you can cancel it, because otherwise you will fly so far, so fast, and miss your target. Either way, your goal is to get to the Red Emerald, just like that. Get your dig. If you're not at 66 tokens already, then I'm going to show you a token to get, because you might have gotten tokens from digs. From here, you're going to then go to get your purple coins, and then you can get this token right up there if you need it. Get these purple coins right here. We're going to come down here and get these purple, and get this dig. And there's another spinny boy. We're going to use this spinny boy, and we're going to hit and run all the way back to hacking. You actually want to go a little bit past hacking, because you want to get the dig. So generally speaking, the angle is pretty much like down right. And so that's pretty much it. Whoops. All right, and as I said, if you ever mess up, you can either kill yourself, or what I recommend is just run away till the enemy's deloaded, and then go back, and they'll be back at full health. Because you do not want the enemy to die. That is way slower. All right, so then rotate my camera, and I went way too far. Way too far. I'm just going to keep it for the sake of the tutorial, but yeah, when you're doing runs, you want to actually like rotate your camera quicker, or even pause buffer if needed. But yeah, this just goes to show the absurdity of hit and run. So let's just say I didn't mess up and go way too far, and I went where I wanted to. Because for the sake of the tutorial, it's fine. So you're going to want to try to cancel it around this area so you can get this dig into this key. Into this level. Or into hacking. Also, specifically for the hacking, you'll notice I did not talk to Tails. It's actually slightly faster to just do the hacking first. And then you're going to go from here, talk to Tails, and then we're going to go on a little minor detour to get some digs, because we need tokens. So you're going to run over here, get your dig, run over here, get your dig, and then you're going to go straight to Tails, and don't fall in the pit. After Tails, we get to do another hit and run. Our next target is on the map is, I'm going to go up here so you can see. Our next target is about right where I'm facing. There is a disc right over there that has a gear dig on it on the way to 3-2. So our target is there. Our hit and run is going to be at this angle, so what you're going to want to do is come over here, do a mag dash right off this pulley. No. Do a mag dash from under the pulley to get up here to get this token and 4 purple coins and XP. Well, you don't need XP. And then see that spinny boy right there? You're going to use that spinny boy to get over there. So this one's really weird. This one specifically, you need to drop dash. And the angle you want to go is actually, if you stand right here, is actually pretty much straight back. Basically towards the ice mountain from here. So when you get that angle, you're going to just do a drop dash, and you're going to go for it. Like that. Except I went way too far. Alright, so we'll just try that again. Alright, so get my angle. And you know what? That's good enough. We got over here quickly. So either way, you're going to get over here to come down to this disc. This is what you want. That's good enough for the sake of the tutorial. So then from here, we're going to go straight to 3-4. You're going to run along this wall like this. 3-2, I mean. 3-4 is dead. Get a nice little trick launch right here. And we're going to go ahead and go get this dig right over here. Careful of the bird, don't get sniped. Get your tokens. And we're going to go down to the better stage in the run. Gordon was right, everyone knew it. He just no one wanted to believe it, but he proved everybody wrong. Shoutouts to Gordon, he did it. The legend himself. We're going to do 3-2, the actual good stage. In 3-2. And I missed that, so I lose time, but it's fine, whatever. Jump over the spike ball that wants to end your life. You're going to get this red ring. Wow, okay. And you're going to get this red ring. Stomp as soon as you hit the spring. And that just gets you straight to the end of the level. Easy 3-2. And if you're not bad at cyberspace like me, you can do it even faster. Alright, so following 3-2, we're going to actually go straight to the white emerald. So you're going to come over here, and you're going to HSP up from these enemies. Like that. And then from here, you're going to get your purple coins. And get your emerald. And then, basically what you want to do now is you want to trick launch directly towards the nuts and bolts icon. To go over the ice mountain. Boost to get up here. Jump over the ice here. And we're going to go to 3-4 in order to get the dig that's right in front of it, because we do need the tokens. And we're going to do the nuts and bolts minigame. The briefest way to explain this is you have to remember you don't have max boost. So you can boost really easily to get all the tokens that are picked, all the nuts and bolts. And then on the big purple boxes, you want to just stomp and mash, stomp, and boost. Mash, slide, and boost. And you can break those boxes really quickly. I don't like breaking that one because it's slow. After I break these, I always have enough. So then I use this right here and just jump and run up the wall, and it lets you. Because you need about like 380 or so, and then come up here. I messed up a little bit, but if you do it right, you can actually finish this minigame with over 70 seconds left. Alright, so then after here, just run around and go straight to, we're going to go straight to yellow emerald. We're going to get our dig spot right here. Get our final memory token here, because you want to be at 124 at this point. You're going to go straight to tails. Purple coins if you need them. Another dig. And then you're going to go straight up and get this yellow emerald. I mean, the tails first, and then the yellow emerald. My bad. Get your yellow emerald. And then if you want, you can try to angle right here. And if you do it right, there's a trick launch angle. You can get directly back to that, but it's not a huge deal. And now we're going to go straight from here. We're going to go to skydiving. Okay, well, I can save this. No, I can't. Cool. So be bad at the game and not know how to jump on rails. Alright, make sure you don't look at Squid. Avert your eyes. Don't play Squid games and he doesn't play with you. And we're going to do skydiving, and the general rule of thumb of skydiving is hit absolutely nothing. Golden rings are bad, springs are bad, the only things that we hit are the ones that we have to. Otherwise, you're pretty much holding boost the entire time to free fall as fast as possible. The only thing that we hit in right here, you actually just hit the enemy and clip right through them. You lose a life, but you also don't lose any rings. Otherwise, all these springs are a lie. You don't want to hit any of them. Hit the bottom left one here, because you have to, and then mash into the spring. Hit the middle one. And if you did it right, you can actually... Oh, I didn't do it right, so I'm going to have to hit the spring here to bounce up. If you do it perfectly, you can actually get to that guy before he starts spinning on that cycle. It's very tight. Worst case, you need to react. If he starts to spin, do not try to hit him because you can instantly kill yourself. It's better to lose a couple seconds than it is to end the run. Alright, so from here, we have two options. You can be a Giga Chad, as Gordon would call it, and do another hit and run, which I will go for because it is a good bit faster, or you can island hop and lose about 20-30 seconds. It is completely up to you. I will go for the hit and run to show it off because I would do it in runs. Either way, the name of the game is to go directly to the tails icon. So you're going to want to come up here. Don't get sucked into 2D. Stay on the outside. And that guy, so you want to target that guy. And you pretty much want to target that guy and hold straight down. So you're going to target. And mess up and kill him by accident. So then I have to load the autosave. Luckily, this one isn't too bad if you have to autosave. Because it's like right here. All the other ones are actually pretty bad to autosave off of. And it actually sucked me into 2D. Wow. This one right here requires a little bit of practice, but it is consistent. It's just the game does like to suck you into 2D if you're not careful. I guess I take this one. Alright, okay, you know what? This would be a bad one. That means I got a bad frame because I didn't get any height. So we'll try that again. This is probably the most annoying one. I can see that if you want to do an island hop, you can. No. Cross slash is wonderful. There we go. That'll do it. Okay, well, you get the idea. I messed up. So basically, if you don't mess up because I didn't react in time, that would work. So what I'll do is I'm just going to island hop to show that now so you can get both sides. Basically, you would do the hit and run because it's faster, but if you mess up the hit and run or you don't want to do it, you can do an island hop. The hit and run would be faster, though, if you're on old gen by a lot more. But however you want to do it, because the main thing is the hit and run is so fast, I didn't turn my camera in time, and I got to a bad spot. So either way, you do the hit and run, or you hoof it by island hopping. However you want to do it, both are good options. Either way, you're going to want to come down here to get the final dig. And then we're going to do the infamous pinball skip. Pinball skip is both annoying and consistent. The main thing you want to do is you want to come up to this box. You want to punch it while not don't hit that thing, and you want to punch the box to set your manual save your autosave location. Do not hit any of the rails and run straight to tails. Then when you get into pinball, you're going to exit to main menu. You're going to hold an angle that you have to play with this a little bit yourself. But for me, when I do it at this, when I'm on controller, my angle is basically down left, but like halfway between down left and full left. So like if you split the controller into like, if it's like literally like if halfway between far left and far down, you got to go another halfway between down left and far left is the angle I use. I will try to find resources on pinball skip and link them in the description if I can. But basically, you get into pinball, you go back to title. You're going to load the autosave, hold your angle. What? Okay, that was weird. It didn't autosave. Alright, let's do that again. Maybe it's because I didn't skip the cutscene or something, and I was trying to talk to explain it, perhaps. Anyway, there we go. That time was better. Okay, so then hold your angle. You're going to be blind. Mash start to pause the cutscene as fast as possible. And if you did it right, Sonic will die when you start pinball. There you go, like that. Alright, so then here's a little more info. Basically, now you go to the crater twice. If you do the little Air Jordan trick to fly into the crater without touching the edge, then you'll actually get to spawn up here again, which is what you want to do. If you can, you want to do that. This is important because that way, when I do the night sequence, it's actually going to spawn me up top. If you do it like that, you'll actually spawn up top, which is consistent. See, now I'm spawning up here, and yet night's going to still spin around. So what you want to do is you want to come right here, and this gives you a consistent trick launch off that little slope right there. So you just wait for night to spin a little bit. After 2 spins, trick launch off towards him. And I got the literal worst place for him to be. But even with that, I can still make it onto him and skip the hand part entirely, which saves time. But you can also get lucky and he can stop really close to you too, and get straight to his head. Alright, so then now for night, If you can, you want to try to catch him. You want to try to catch him and hit him to get him to put up the shield. If not, wait for him to attack you and parry. Then whenever the shield comes out, you want to punch the shield once and press RB to dodge to the right. So if you can, try to catch him. Because you can actually hit him to make him put up the shield early. No, okay, he didn't do it. Sometimes he does. So he'll attack me, parry, punch, hold right, dodge, get to his head. Now you can side loop him. And that'll get him. And then just stomp. All right. For phase 2, where he throws the shield is RNG. So you want to try to react if he gives you a good shield throw to get it. But the main trick to phase 2 is the direction you're facing the camera is the direction you'll throw the shield when you parry it. So you want to make sure he's in your sights, and even if he spins around, you can spin around and catch him. So try to react to the shield. He gave me an okay throw, so I'm going to get to the shield's path and hold parry. And I didn't rotate my camera, so he's right behind me, so I messed up. So I'm going to get in the shield's path, hold parry, rotate my camera, and catch him, like that. And then you're just going to side loop him and kill him. And there you go. Chaos is complete. The hardest island in the game is complete. And now we go to the second hardest island, which is Rhea, which has hit and runs on it as well, which I will cover in the next video. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to practice, practice, practice. And I'll see everyone in the next part.
Try great range, muscle.